What is your name?
Robert Jonathan Buenguelos.
And how long have you lived in El Paso?
I lived in El Paso all my life.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
And how long have you believed in ghosts?
I didn't believe in ghosts up until I was actually 18 years old.
Do you believe that ghosts have a long history in your family?
Somewhat. I would grow up, something would happen, I don't know if either with my sister, my brother, my dad, and I would never believe him. And I thought I was immune for a good 18 years because I've never seen anything until just one day changed my life forever. Now I'm living in like constant fear.
Can we ask what that situation was?
It was a summer night at my house. I wanted to go out for a walk after dinner, but it was already about 8 or 9 p.m. and the sun was gone. I tell my family I'm going to go for a walk. And my mom asks me, don't go outside, there's nothing good out there. And I'm pretty sure that was it was just a warning for, like getting hit by a car or getting mugged or something. But I told her I'll be fine. I start walking towards the door and I see something standing outside of my house because we have one street lamp and there was something behind the corner of the wall. I thought it was a cat at first or a dog, but it wasn't because a dog would be about a foot, maybe too high. This thing was about 4 or 5 feet high. And it was staring at me and I said, what is that? And my mom was like, what? And I just kept creeping towards the thing. My mom kept asking me what it was. And I look at it through my screen door because there's a little hole in it. And I saw a face looking back at me, like a big face. It had a big smile and like purple eyes. And as soon as I saw it, I felt like fear and shock and anger, and I yelled at it. I said, hey, I almost fainted because it literally ran across the light onto the other side of the patio and it disappeared. And so ever since that day, I bawled for like 2 days straight. Ever since then, I haven't been able to stop seeing things every once in a while. Not as scary as that, but still.
And did your family believe you at all?
I don't think they did. No, they would be like, stop being such a crybaby. It was probably a dog. I see things, hear things around the house, and I go tell them. I go to the room. I bust open the door. I said, hey, I saw this, I saw that. And they say, go to sleep.
And so have you just had a lookout on the back of your shoulder essentially since that situation?
Mm-hmm. There's been other situations, not as intense, but every day I wake up is constant, like, what's going to happen today? I mean, I have to believe it because I didn't believe ghosts were real until I was 18, but I believe in my own 2 eyes. What I saw was ghosts, so yeah, I do believe some stuff.
And what makes you think that these ghosts stay at those certain locations? Do you believe that there's certain histories that you may not know about, or do you believe it's tied to some other type of situation or topic?
I think it's tied to maybe the history. Sacred land.
Do you believe that these ghosts or different spirits have anything to do with religion as it is portrayed in different types of media? A lot of Western media likes to portray horror movies on a lot of, say, demon possession. And do you think that could tie it all into how people see ghosts, and do you think that's related?
They're pretty accurate, the stories and what I've seen in real life. In terms of feelings as well, it's both pretty horrifying.
Where do you believe you see these ghosts or spirits more often?
My house, for one, because my house is a hot spot, but also my work, because I work right down in Canutillo, or that used to be there, is psychiatric center. We see things almost every night because I work the night shifts. We see ghosts in robes, crazy old ladies.
And have your coworkers seen the same or similar things?
They have. In this particular room, they see someone in white. I've seen that same person in white twice. They also say they see a floating head. I've seen a head sticking out the door looking at me. And that's just one of the rooms. The other ones have different ghosts, different stories.
And what about any of the managers or higher-ups? Do they believe in the stories, or do you ever spread these stories to any higher-up managers?
They do, and the supervisors actually have seen some stuff as well. But everyone ignores it, and that's the point of this documentary. Why isn't it being talked about? Because we had recently just put about 100 new cameras in the facility, and in the classrooms, while there was no kids in there, chairs were moving, papers were flying off the walls.
And why do you think that nothing is really being done about these situations?
For one, I don't think the government is going to agree to hire a priest to just come bless the place. I mean, I think they think it's superstitions. I don't really know why I don't do anything about it. I mean, I still have to go to school, I still have a job, I still have a life to live, but I don't understand why people don't talk about it as much as I do.